Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna actually show you guys my new collection by Makeup by Mario, and I'm super excited. And the reason why I'm looking straight ahead is because my laptop is right there, so I can see if it's focusing or not. And I'm super excited because the Makeup by Mario collection is outstanding. I'm gonna show you what their packaging looks like, and I'm gonna show you what's inside the product, obviously. So the first one, oops, 1 second. So these are what the packaging looks like. I already opened it up and taken it out, but these are what the outside packaging looks like, and then I have what the inside packaging looks like. It's beautiful. So the inside packaging looks like this. It says Makeup by Mario, well, by Mario. My thought about this packaging, honestly speaking, a lot of times I went to Sephora twice and I walked past by Makeup by Mario collection and I said, oh, this looks, it's okay, it's just plain white. I didn't even bother checking the colors and swatching them at all. So these are the collection of metallic. Ooh, great, just poked it. So these are the collection of the metallic, and I just poked it here, so sorry about that. So these are the collection of the metallic, and they look absolutely stunning. So I'm going to bring it close to you so you guys can have a look. This is what it looks like. Absolutely beautiful. I actually swatched it last night and it looks amazing and superly pigmented. So love, love, love this collection. And then I took out this one as well, which is their so these ones are sort of, you can apply it dry, and also you can kind of mix it down below here using their mixing medium, which is by Mario as well. And the way it applies on the skin, it looks super amazing. So that is one of them. And then another one is the matte collection. So this is the matte collection, absolutely stunning. Again, it has all the basic colors you need to create an eye makeup look. Again, they're amazing. All of the colors that Makeup by Mario came up with are so professional and so beautiful, and I think I can definitely get a good work out of these 3 palettes. So I decided to get these 3 palettes and also the mixing medium and the eyeliner as well. So the only thing I didn't bother getting is the highlighters, and also it has a eyeshadow base, which I didn't bother getting them. To be honest, like, I have so many concealers sitting at home and I haven't been really using them, so I'm gonna actually have to use them before I buy any new ones, so I didn't bother getting those. Also, I have a huge collection of highlighters, honestly speaking, and then I keep getting these beautiful products as well, so I have a whole bunch of collection of highlighters, so I didn't bother getting the highlighter again. One thing I do think that I should have gotten is the cream base that Mario came up with, and I kind of regret for not getting that one, but it's okay, whatever. You know, you can't have everything, honestly. Just these 5 items actually costed me $270, including tax and Canadian dollars, so it was a lot of money already, and I didn't want to spend more. So that's why I decided to just go with these few of them. And yeah, so I'm gonna start with my base, and the rest of the video is gonna be talked through, but it's gonna be video. All right, so let's get right into the video. First thing first, I would like to start it off with some foundation. For that, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation in shade 370W. And again, I'm showing this makeup look because I wanted you to guys see how I can use as little products as possible to achieve a very flawless yet medium coverage look and make it look amazing. So again, if you notice, I'm taking the foundation as little as possible and I'm applying it from smallest area, and I'm moving into covering my entire face. So start with small areas and small patches and then blend towards the entire face, making sure everything is covered. Don't forget your neck, guys. It's very important you cover your neck. Now notice how I'm dabbing the foundation in. I'm making sure the foundation goes right into the pores and blend beautifully. Next, for concealer, I'm using Stellar Beauty concealer. This is in the shade S02. Again, if you notice, I'm taking very little and I'm making sure that all the areas that are highlighting are covered. So around the lips, you know, higher points of my cheeks. Also, I'm making sure there's a line right underneath my contour to make sure my contour looks more nice and clean, and also my forehead, the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. So again, using the same beauty blender, I'm making sure all that product stays within the area without making a mess. Right? I don't want to make sure, I want to make sure my product doesn't go and overflow into my contouring zone. It stays within the highlighted areas. And today's look, it's not really inspired by Kim K, but again, it's kind of like the vibe of this makeup look. It's kind of like the Kim Kardashian, because when I think of Makeup by Mario, I can only think of Kim Kardashian, even though I know he's a celebrity artist and he worked on so many other celebrity, but you know, his main model has always been Kim K. So when I think of Makeup by Mario, first thing I think is flawless skin, good highlight, good contour skills. So with minimum product and everything, making sure it looks flawless without making it too cakey. So if you look at me, I'm using a damp beauty blender and making sure all these products is seamlessly blended into my skin. So before I move on to putting some powder underneath my eyes, I just made sure that there's no lines under my eyes to make sure if there's any concealer left over, I blend it out completely before setting it with my Charlotte Tilbury's powder. This is the Fair Medium Magic Powder for under eyes and face. Moving on to my contour and highlight, I'm going into my Kat Von D's palette. The first colors I've used is actually a mix of the 3 colors on the top. So I don't like to use just the yellow color or the banana shade, but I like to use the entire 3 shades on top of that palette, mix them together and apply that on my highlighted zone. And if you notice, I'm carefully placing that powder on all of my highlighted areas without you know, it moving into my contouring zones. So very important that you keep your highlighted colors within the highlighted zones and your contouring colors within the contouring zones. Next, using my NC42 Studio Fix powder, I'm blending the entire face together so everything looks seamlessly blended. At the same time, I want to create a transition between the highlight and contour. It's very important to do that. I don't like to just put in my highlight colors and contour colors and call it a day. I always like to blend it with a color that is of my skin tone, so that way both the colors kind of marry together. When we talk about highlight contour, the zones are kind of marrying in together instead of looking like, you know, its own separate zones. So now using the 3 contouring colors on the bottom of the palette from Kat Von D and using the same brush, I'm making sure now I go over the contouring areas. And don't bring it too close to the lips. Keep it 2 fingers away from the lips and just blend it really nicely. And also make sure you contour the perimeters of the face, the sides of your nose, right? And you want to break it kind of, you know, where the tip of your nose is. Also right in between your cupid's bow, you want to contour there. Now to set all that powder together, I'm going to spray it with some makeup setting spray. This makeup setting spray is by Morphe. Moving on to some blush. This is actually one of my favorite blush, and I don't know if Makeup by Mario really uses this or some other color, but I wanted to go with this color because I think when you want to do kind of like a bronzy tone, you want to go with something peach and bronzy. It looks nice. And this is actually a shade that was suggested by Amrezy makeup, so I went with that. Now for highlight, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. This is the one that was done in collaboration with Amrezy makeup. Oh, I love this highlighter. Every time I've used it, I just loved it. Now it's time for some Makeup by Mario palette. So that is going to be my first shade. This is the Matte 2. I like how Makeup by Mario actually named his colors based on just matte 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 12, because there are 12 colors in this palette. And the first color that I picked is actually of my skin tone, so it's not showing as much. But as I moved on to the next color, as you can see, boom, it's right there. The colors popped in so nicely. And believe it or not, guys, the reason why I did my base makeup first, because I wanted to show you that there is absolutely no fallout whatsoever. Even though it is highly pigmented eyeshadow, the pigments were mind-blowingly beautiful, and it blended out so nicely and seamlessly. Again, it's so Makeup by Mario like, because his makeups are usually, whenever he does his makeup too, he makes sure that his eyeshadows looks flawless, and that's exactly, I think, what he aimed for. Now I'm using Matte 5 to kind of create that transition around the outer parts of my eyes and also on the top part of my crease, so it looks more blended. I try to use as much as colors as possible for this makeup tutorial, and that's why my makeup tutorial is super long today. I've never produced a 20 minutes video, but this is my first time doing it because I wanted to use a lot of these colors from the 3 different palettes. The next color I'm using is obviously a little darker, and I'm kind of creating that halo effect, but making sure my outer corners are more darkened, right? Again, there is no fallout, guys. This color is pretty much the color before the black color, I believe, and yet there is no fallout. Super impressed by how there was absolutely no fallout. Okay, now moving on to the next shade, which is the Master Metallics, right? Again, these colors are all named based on numbers, so there's 12 colors. Again, there is metallic 1 to metallic 12 colors here. The first shade I've used is just to basically blend the outer corners, right? I just popped some more colors than really necessary. The next color is metallic 7. Again, I'm going to pop that on the middle part of my eyes, and holy shit, that is so pretty, isn't it? Even I couldn't believe how pigmented this color was. I actually had to look at myself in front of my monitor as I'm looking at it, because it's super pigmented, and I swear on, guys, my brush was not wet at all. The next color that I've used, which is a light metallic color, it is in metallic number 5. I use that on my brow bone, and that looks so nice. I can never imagine putting a metallic color on my brow bone, but this palette, oh my gosh, it blends nicely. See, when I'm putting the same color on my brow bone, I blended it blended nicely. Now when I applied the same color on my inner corners and I wanted to make sure it pops, it actually popped. So it's very controllable, like you can control it. So I've used my own spatula to kind of scrape the color out, but it does have its own spatula too if you want. And it comes with the mixing medium, which is, I think it's called manipulator. And I have used the manipulator to mix it with my copper here, and you can tell by my expression, I just got wowed by the amount of pigment it has. Like, it made my eyelid literally pop. So I used a little bit of that on my under eyes as well. It's a beautiful color, honestly. It's super nice, amazing. I'm in love with it. The next color that I'm using, it's the black, which is the matte 12. And again, this is to just show you that there is literally no fallout whatsoever. You can see it blended in so nicely. Oh my gosh, was in love with it. So beautiful, so beautiful. I know a lot of you guys may question me about my ponytail. If you want to see how I did this ponytail, let me know. I will actually do a video on this ponytail just for you guys. It was so inspired by whole Kim K looks. You know, she always go for this crazy ponytail. Now I'm using Makeup by Mario's eyeliner, and what I heard about this eyeliner, I could be wrong, I'm not too sure. He actually said that this eyeliner doesn't dry right away. But again, it's smudge proof, and it dries completely matte. like completely matte. And the reason why it doesn't dry right away, apparently it takes 30 seconds to dry or something. I mean, 30 seconds is literally nothing, but again, like 30 seconds is a pretty quick time for it to dry, if that's the case, but don't quote me on it, I could be wrong. He said he doesn't want it to dry right away because in an artist feel, sometimes eyeliners, we do it wrong. Like sometimes, you know, we do make mistakes with eyeliners. We could go a little bit, you know, wrong with our wing, especially when we're applying it on somebody else. So he said the reason why it doesn't dry in 30 seconds, because you can, as an artist, we can go in and correct it. So that's why he doesn't want it to dry right away. But once it dries, it stays the way you applied it. So that's a very good idea, honestly, especially with gel eyeliners. If we mess it up, oh my gosh, it's like, oh my lord, it becomes such a annoying thing now for us to go in and correct it and take it off. We have to do a whole bunch of touch-up there just to take it off and correct it. So the fact that it doesn't dry in like 30 seconds is perfect, because 30 seconds gives us enough time for us to go and take it off and kind of redo it again. So that's perfect. So I think his makeup brands, the way he created it, it's kind of like he gave a lot of thought into it, which is why I thought it was worth getting my palette. And it's been almost, I think, 3 weeks I've had this palette now, and I've been using it a lot on my clients. Next, for my mascara, I've used my Lise Watier mascara for both my bottom lashes and my top lashes. For my lips, the lip liner that I'm using, it is called Spice by MAC Cosmetics. Now once I've applied this lip liner, I just realized it looks a little bit more on the warmer side. Like it has a little bit of the, well, not warmer side actually, my bad, more like pinkish. Like as you can see, it looks pinkish in the camera a little bit. Even though the back of the pencil, you can see it's supposed to look a little brown, but it looks a little orange, pinkish, nudish kind of look, and I didn't want that. I wanted a little bit of that rusticness in it. So I wanted to go with something more like a biscuit color. So I actually went with a Stila liquid lipstick in shade Biscotti. I really love this shade, so I kind of went over with it. Love, love, love this color because it matched my eye makeup so nicely. Then I just topped it up with some gloss, also by Stila. Not sure what the shade of the Stila gloss is, but I'll definitely write it down below in the description box for you guys to have a look. Moving on to eyebrows. For that, I've used the shade, I believe it's in Brunette, and this is by Kiss New York Professional. Sometimes, I mean most of the times I do like using pomades, but then there are times when I like using a pencil brow. It depends on the mood, honestly, but today's look I definitely wanted more of like very intense brow. And I know pomade would have done the job, but this was very close to me, so I grabbed it. But honestly, like I love eyebrow pencil as much as I love eyebrow pomades. For me, it doesn't matter. They both work amazingly, so it's absolutely perfect. So I'm just gonna use the spoolie to kind of brush it out now. And that makes a huge difference, doesn't it? Like if you look at my other brows and the one I've done, there's a huge difference. It's like night and day. Now moving on to some lashes. For that, I've used my local produced lashes. So these ones are called Star Beauty Co. That's the company's name, and the style's name is Mykonos. I do have a coupon code for these lashes. I will link them down below in the description box if you plan to buy them. I believe they do ship worldwide, so that shouldn't be a problem. But if you are in Canada, in anywhere in Canada, I mean, definitely it's something you can get it probably right away. But yeah, I'll definitely put the link down below with the coupon code so you guys can have a look. Gosh, don't you love this makeup look? Honestly, tell me, guys. I fell in love with this makeup look, and as you can see, no fallout, and I finished the entire makeup with using so many different shades from the palettes, and there is absolutely no fallout. The eyeliner looks marvelous, like it's strikingly matte black, and you can see the wing, like it's slaying. It's beautiful. My gosh, I honestly didn't have a look in mind when I sat down to do this makeup tutorial, because the whole idea was to create a review kind of video, but I enjoyed this makeup look. Not only me, I was actually posting it on my Instagram stories as I was filming this look, and a lot of you guys who follow me on Instagram and my friends and my families who saw me doing this makeup look, they thought it was amazing. So I loved thoroughly everything about this look. Let me know what you guys think about this makeup look, guys. I hope you guys will get your hands dirty with Makeup by Mario palettes, because they are amazing. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of this look, and if you happen to recreate this look, please ping me on at Makeup by Mario on Instagram and tag me there so I can show you some love. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope to see you next time on my next video. Till then, take care. Also, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.